Okay, so this is the attic of the Hazel Carpenter home. What year was this building built?
1915.
Alrighty. So it is definitely a vintage building.
Check out the crooked chimney here. Get a good shot of it from over here.
See the crooked chimney? It's like some politicians, isn't it? Then we'll go over here and look down this way. This is going the other way down the hall, up in the attic. There's a lot of all new wiring ran across the rafters here. They did a very nice job wiring this panel and mounting it. And there's where we go back to the steps.
Plaque, it's a bronze plaque on the...
So this is one of the bedrooms. All of them are basically the same and they have a closet. Down the hall up here, another breaker box there. This is another bed. All the bedrooms are basically the same, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all about 10 by 12, 10 by 11.
There's the floor plan. That's the second floor there, right?
Yeah.
Going down the steps.
I wish you see that old wallpaper. Metal ceiling.
All right, that's a metal ceiling there, and that's a really nice. And here's some nice pictures coming into the dining hall. Okay, this is the sideboard.
I don't know if that'll come out in the picture.
No, could you read me the key points of it though?
I can't see without my glasses.
So this is the kitchen.
Dishwasher's here, right?
Yep, I got the dishwasher, and that's a Hobart one. That is a very good one. And here is the kitchen. And the large commercial refrigerator. And it is a Victory. So you can pause to read it. This is the story on the, what is that out there called?
The sideboard.
That's like the buffet, right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is the pantry. And going down to the first floor, to the basement. Here are the main electrical panels. Is that the air conditioning there on the 30? The 3-pole 30?
There is no air conditioning here.
And there's 200 amp and 150 amp. There's another panel. There's a fuse box with power going to it, but it's disconnected from what it was hooked up to. There's another panel here. So how much was this house built for back in 1915?
$30,000.
And that's how much a garage would cost today.
Yeah, basically.
Go.
So this is where your water comes in this little thin pipe, just like in a regular house. All of these big pipes are for the sprinkler system. We have here what's a dry system, so there's no water in the sprinkler pipes. That's how they come. They can be in the attic when it's freezing cold out. What happens is this generator, this compressor will go off once in a while, builds up air pressure, keeps this valve closed until it's needed. If it's needed, it trips, the valve opens, the water rushes through, the sprinkler goes off. And then you've got the rest, the water heater there, two washers, and then our gas dryer there, and some nice kind of industrial sinks here.
Alrighty, these sinks look pretty old.
Very.
And these are industrial washers and dryers.
Yeah, these are good.
There's some of the original conduit they put new wires in.
Yeah. Used to be canned food, box food. You could see some of the labels still on the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
It's empty now, but I had it full of paint, brushes, light bulbs, cleaning supplies.
This was a storage room, and there's a crutch that probably one of the residents would have used. You can see the solid wood floor where it runs into the cement foundation. Lots of wires. All the yellow ones here on the left are electrical, 12-2 for lighting and outlets, and all the other ones look like communication wires.
TV.
And TV, yes.
The boiler here let's see, probably in 2020 sometime it went, and then this one was put in. This boiler cost $32,000
Wow.
to have put in by Ertz.
Oh.
Ertz never hurts.
Yep. Here's an active older fuse box. And it is a Westinghouse. This is the maintenance room.
There's 2 or 3 more rooms on there.
Alrighty. And we're going back to the boiler. Here's another old fuse box with a porcelain insert. I bet this is from probably 1915, so it's definitely vintage.
Something cool. All the rooms had.
Yeah, this looks like a junk room, then you call it, and
That's what we call it.
all right. It just has a wood walkway here. Walking back out. How many gallons is this water here?
That's 75 gallon. That's all the bathrooms in the house. There's probably 5 bathroom rooms, but some of them have 2 bathrooms in them.
Alrighty.
This was wall-to-wall shelves. I had all my stuff here, I had my weights over here. I knew where everything was. This is like a whole house basement, just this little room.
Yeah.
My other favorite room in the house. And then I'm not sure because I
Okay,
don't know.
but your guess is coal went in.
Because it's black in there in spots, and I believe that was also a water cistern in here. And the light should go on in here.
Okay, yeah, it does.
So you see, it's black in there, and then you got this thing.
Uh-huh.
So I believe this was a water cistern at one time,
Uh-huh.
and then I believe they put coal in here.
Okay, and it could have been coal. We're not sure on the coal and the cistern, but that's what it looks like.
That's what it looks like, and they just busted through here.
And busted through here. This rounded part looks more like a cistern up here. Alrighty, so thanks for watching. That's a tour of the Hazel Carpenter home, and we'll show you one more thing. What is that upstairs we're going to look at?
A mechanism for opening the windows above the doors in the bedrooms.
Alrighty.
So back in the day, this here was connected to that, and you can raise and lower, and it would make this window here open up or close. This up here for ventilation. They apparently blocked it out. Maybe the lights bothered them, and they put this like cardboard over the window so no light would come through.
Okay, and what date is it patented?
I think it says 18. It either says 1889 or 1899.
Alrighty.
This is the lounge. They would have gatherings in here. A lot of pastors came in here and did messages for the residents. They had a big grand piano over there, couches around here. I believe this is a coal-burning stove, so you, for some reason, can't burn wood in it. And when the Historical Society came here and they opened up this, and there was a metal box in there, and they filmed it too, because I was watching it on live while it was happening. The metal box had old records in it, like names of residents who were here, maybe like previous board of directors. And they had all these papers, and they went up, and then the guy basically put that thing back in there and sealed it all up, and that was the end of the Historical Society. So they probably have stuff down there still.
Good. Do you think that desk is original from 1915? It's very heavy.
I know, it's heavy. A couple of people who didn't want to buy it because it's too heavy.
So the patent date on that looks like 1895. That's the window thing we were looking at earlier in the other room. There's one of the old knob and tube wiring push-button switches. Those are pretty neat.
The nurse's office.
This is the nurse's office.
So the nurse had a big table here, came out like this, and an L, and she sat here, and all of these storage cabinets were for medications, bandages, things like that. And over here, there was a metal box here. All the rooms had a wire with a button on it, like to call for help.
Yeah.
Like in a hospital. And this thing was old. It wasn't digital, so this number would come down, and then you'd have to slide the thing over to put it back up.
Oh. Alrighty, and this is the foyer of the whole complex. This is the Hazel Carpenter home, 533 Main Street, Oneida. Go.
Yep, so back when this was built in 1915, it was called, as that plaque says, the Old Ladies Home of Madison County, built in 1915, and at some point it converted into a light-duty nursing home, and on the sign out here in the lawn, it used to say Hazel L. Carpenter Adult Home. I believe Hazel L. Carpenter was a previous board member of the home, and they named it after her. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it says Hazel Carpenter Home. I don't know what that says. And then here's a phone number down here. And it says established 1882.
So that is the Hazel Carpenter home story. They started in another building before this, not shown.